Next pitch coming to Salazar is low for a ball. Runner at second, Angel Lozano. Andrea Salazar at the plate for PSJA North. On a sunny day in Mission, Texas. I wish everything was as sunny as the weather. Salazar waits. Next one coming is outside corner for a strike. Runner down to third base and safe there. So Lozano down to third. Salazar reaches. First and third, 2 outs for PSJA North. Having Lozano at the plate. Raymondville coach out of the dugout to talk things over with the home plate umpire. Our championship game is set, and what a bittersweet way to fall out of the winner's bracket for the Mercedes Ladies Tigers. They were up 4-3 against Westaco in the extra inning in the ITB rule. Gave up a run and then lost on a coin flip. So the Westaco Lady Panthers advanced to the championship game to take on Edinburgh-Vella. Swinging a ground ball foul off the plate of Heaven Lozano. Lozano could drive in a run here for PSJA North in the first inning. On the mound, Aaliyah Munoz. Behind the plate, Julissa Guerrero for Raymondville. On the base paths, Andrea Salazar and Angel Lozano. Next pitch coming is a little bit low. We've got this one, and then our next game after this is Corpus Christi King taking on McCalla Memorial. And then the other one is going to be Edinburgh North taking on San Benito. We know that as well. That'll be the 3 o'clock game. Here's the next pitch coming into Lozano. Swing and a ground ball foul softly down the third baseline. San Benito, Edinburgh North at 3 o'clock. And then the championship game, Edinburgh-Vella takes on Westaco for the championship of this tournament. Lozano at the plate for PSJA North. Swings, hits it hard down the left field line, slicing foul. That had home run distance, but it's foul. Lozano just missed a bit on a 3-run home run. Lozano steps back. I don't think the left fielder back there, Alyssa Ramirez, can get any deeper in left. Next pitch coming. Low for a ball. Runner goes down to second, uncontested. I think Alyssa Ramirez, the left fielder, could use the fence as a starter's block if she were a sprinter on a track. She's standing that close to the fence. Lozano's already drilled one over that fence, but a little bit foul. Stands in now for the next one coming from Munoz. Hits it hard. That's a fair ball down the third base line, and a couple runs are going to score. Lozano in. Or Salazar comes in to score. That's a double off the bat of Heaven Lozano. 2 RBIs. And PSJA North jumps on top here in this one, 2-0. Brings in Claire Morales. Morales is the second baseman today for PSJA North. Hits for a first time against Aaliyah Munoz. And now the Raymondville Lady Cats know they're going to have to go to work. They've already given up 2 runs in the inning. First 2 were retired on 2 quick pitches. Pop out to short, a fly out to right. There's a shot foul down the left field side. Off the bat of Claire Morales. She gets on. Nikki Lujan will hit for PSJA North. Now courtesy runner comes into the game. Amy Buenrosto will run. Check that pronunciation with my wife. Winrostro. She'll run at second base. At the plate stands Morales. Next one coming in from Munoz. Swinging a ground ball to short. Should end the inning. Drop. Now tags a runner right there on the money. Inning comes to an end. Lozano caught on the base pass. In the inning for PSJA North, they score a couple runs, do so on a couple of hits, and lose one on the base pass, leave one. And we've played a half inning. Raymondville will hit. Back after this on RioSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
The reason we made this quesadillas Tres Marias is because there's a little village in Mexico that it's really popular and it's known for its quesadillas. You're gonna come to my kitchen and you're gonna see that we have no cans. Everything is fresh. We use achote. We do the mole ourselves. We have 3 types of quesadillas. One is flour tortilla. We have nixtamal made handmade tortilla, and our specialty, which are the fried tortillas. That's the concept we bring to the north of Mexico and south of Texas. For me, this is not only a business, it's my house, it's my career, it's my family, it's my friends that come here. Brownsville, it's a gentle city, a kind city. I invite you to come discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Back here we start the bottom of the first inning. First hitter up for the Lady Cats of Raymondville is Aaliyah Munoz. Munoz will see what she can do here to get on base. To start things off for Raymondville, Munoz will be followed by Victoria Hernandez and Julissa Guerrera. Bunts one foul, back to the screen. On the mound is Heaven Lozana. Lozano, the starting pitcher today for PSJA North. Behind the plate, Giselle Gutierrez. Down at first base is Nikki Lujan. There's one that misses to Munoz, leading it off here for Raymondville. Swing and a shot. That's a hit into center field for Munoz. Leadoff single. That's the way the bottom of the first starts for Raymondville. Fans, again, if you're watching this on the live broadcast, the way the wind's blowing and the conditions here, it's taking our internet on and off. We're going to try to work with this a little bit longer, and then we may just go to strictly recording these games and we'll broadcast them on a delayed basis. I'd rather do that than have people trying to watch games that just can't work. Bunt attempt, and Victoria Hernandez pulls the bat back. Munoz stays at first base. That one's caught by the third baseman. Hernandez is out. Nice play that time by Andrea Salazar. One out here. Brings in Julissa Guerrero. Oh, and 2 the count on Rachel Munoz. Stands in, the third baseman today for Raymondville. Takes one up and away for a ball. We may have solved the internet. Apologize to any fans who were out there trying to keep track. There's a pop-up out behind third, and shortstop ranges over, makes the play. Lozano reels it in. The inning comes to an end. PSJA North maintains the lead. Raymondville, no runs, a hit, leave one. We've played one. 2-0. Back after this on RealSportsLive.com.
Possibilities are all around us. We see potential in unexpected places. And when we share our knowledge, vision, and connections, we turn great ideas into action in communities all around the world. Together, we can make real change happen. We're Rotary. We are people of action. Get involved at Rotary.org.
I opened Alex Roll with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex and Raw, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Welcome back here to Mission, Texas. I think we have solved the internet issue, my friends. I don't want to jinx that, but at the same time, out with superstition. Let's just go with reality. We've got good signal. We've got a good stream. And let's get to the second inning. Bearcats back to the field. To the plate steps Claire Morales. Nikki Lujan steps in. Leading off this second inning for PSJA North. Lady Raiders scored a run in the first inning, or scored 2 in the first, to lead 2-0. Lujan, strike 1. Next one coming from Aaliyah Munoz. Foul ball back to the screen. 0-2 to Lujan. Leading things off, Giselle Gutierrez stands on deck. Any fans watching earlier, apologize for the internet stream. I think we have it solved. We really do. If I don't move, I'm holding it right now. 0-2 to Lujan. Next pitch coming. Swinging a ground ball to third, past third to short. Tough throw, wide. Lujan stays at first. That's an infield single. She's at first, no outs, and here comes Giselle Gutierrez. Gutierrez steps in. Bats for the first time today, the catcher for PSJA North. At the plate, facing Aaliyah Munoz, and waits for the first one with a runner at first. Swings and hits it up the middle. That's a hit. Stopping at second base is Lujan. That's a clean single for Giselle Gutierrez. And the first two have reached for PSJA North. It brings in Alexi Salinas. Gutierrez delivers with the single. Salinas, the number 9 hitter in the lineup for PSJA North Raiders. Salinas stands in. 2 on, nobody out in the first inning, or the second inning, first pitch. Low for ball 1. Nobody out here in the second inning. We'll keep track of these balls and strikes here in a moment. My wife's checking to make sure our stream's steady. 1-0 to Salinas. Kendra Garcia stands on deck for PSJA North, and every hitter that's come to the plate, and that means all 9 of them, have been aggressive. Foul ball out of play on the left-hand side off the bat of Salinas. Kevin Naro working. He was in Corpus with us last night. Filed this story late. Back at Mission. You following me or am I following you? Which is it? I don't know. Let's go to a track meet later. Nah, we're here all day. Salinas, next one coming. Ball outside. Dahlia, my wife, may have to go get an umbrella for our cameraman, DeMarcus. If that's the case, I may ask Kevin to keep balls and strikes on the scoreboard. Try to move the computer over. I'll keep track of them. Next pitch coming to Salinas. Swinging a ground ball. Nice play at third. Tags a runner out there. Nice job by Rachel Munoz. Out at third is Lujan. Gutierrez down to second. Salinas reaches on the fielder's choice. Up steps Kendra Garcia. Garcia steps in. Takes a strike. She popped out to shortstop her first time up. This is RioSportsLive.com. Garcia waits for the next one. Here it is. Swing, hits it hard into left field, right at the left fielder, over the left fielder. Here comes Gutierrez to third. She'll come in to score. Down to third base goes Salinas, and down to second base is Kendra Garcia. Swinging double that time by Garcia. Second and third. One out here for PSJA North. They now lead 3-0 as Angelica Flores steps to the plate. Flores waits. She flied out her first time up on a one-pitch swing. Swing and a line drive up the middle. That's off the second baseman. 1 run scores. Here comes another run in to score. Flores down to first. That's a hit. And it's 5-0 PSJA North. That brings in Angel Lozano. Angel Lozano doubled her first time up, came in to score, bats for a second time in the game as she steps up here in the second inning. Hits it deep and foul, the left field, out of play. Fans of Rio Sports Live, we are constructing our schedule for playoff basketball next week. Next pitch coming to Lozano. Swinging a ground ball. 0-1? 0-2 the count. See if I can keep track of these balls and strikes at the same time, my friends. I'm going to try. Next pitch coming into Lozano. That's low for a ball. 1-2. Salazar stands on deck. PSJA North have already scored 3 here in the second. That with the 2 in the first, have them comfortably up 5-0. Lozano, the 3-hitter in the lineup, could do some damage. Hits it on the ground to short. Play at first and not in time. She beats that out. Second hit of the game for Lozano. She joins Flores on the base paths. And it brings up Andrea Salazar. Salazar reached and scored in the first inning. Bats here in the second. Takes it inside for a ball. 7th hitter to hit in the inning for PSJA North. Our other games on this field are set. We know who's coming. We know what time. All the way into the championship game. Next pitch to Salazar. Swinging a pop-up out behind third. That's a foul ball. Diving attempt out there by Dominique Dominguez, and she just couldn't reach that. Good attempt by Dominguez. Cameraman DeMarcus Clark down there beyond third base. We've got him out in the bright sun. He's the first guy hoping to get to the championship game. The sun will be down by then. At least we'll have some shade in his direction. Salazar gets back in. Here comes the next one. Hits in another foul ball out of play. Lejean started the inning with a single. Followed that up, Giselle Gutierrez. Singled, came around to score a run. After Salinas reached on a fielder's choice, Kendra Garcia emptied the bases with a double. Flores is singled, Lozano is singled. First and second, 1 out. At the plate, Salazar. Swinging a ground ball softly to short. Dominguez gets it in a hurry, throws across. Out at first. Nice play by Dominguez. Runners advance to second and third. 2 down here in the bottom of the second. Or top of the second, that is. Looking ahead to the bottom of the second, Raymondville will have the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up. Here's the 8th hitter to hit this inning for PSJA North, and that's Heaven Lozano. Lozano doubled, drove in a couple in the first. Swings at the first one, hits it in the air to left center field, and that's trouble. It's going to score 2 more as Flores and Lozano come in. Second hit of the game for Lozano. 4 RBIs now in the ball game. And it's a 7-0 game. And that brings in Claire Morales. Morales is the 9th hitter to hit this inning for PSJA North. Takes it inside for ball 1. Our next game here, Corpus Christi King takes on McCalla Memorial. After that, we'll have Edinburgh North and San Benito. And then it's Westaco taking on Edinburgh Vela. Coin flip decided a semifinal game. I don't understand that. That's a tough way to not make it into a championship game. Morales waits for the next one after stepping out. Here it comes. That's outside, gets away, and on down to second base goes Lozano. Meanwhile, the count goes 3-0 on Morales. Those watching earlier, if you tune back in, hang in there now. I think we got the internet fixed. All it took was me holding this silly device in my hand. So if I'm an antenna, so be it. Antenna, announcer, scorekeeper. I'll start selling popcorn on the side here and be a concession stand operator if I have to. I may not sell many because between the scorekeeper and myself, we may just keep it right here ourselves. Strike called to Morales, taking all the way. Next one coming to Morales. Swing and a ground ball past third into left field for a hit. Here comes Lozano. She'll stop at third. Down to second base goes Morales, her second hit of the game. She takes second on the ball out in left field being handled. And it brings in Nikki Lujan, who started this inning. She'll hit for a second time. 7-0 ball game. Lujan singled and her only at bat thus far. Takes it in the dirt for a ball. 1-0. Corpus Christi King, McCallum Memorial next. Edinburgh North, San Benito. That's scheduled at 3 o'clock. And the 4:30 game is the championship game. Westaco, Edinburgh, Vela. Lujan at the plate. Here it comes. Inside and low for a ball. Runner stay put at second and third. Munoz has had to hurl a lot of pitches in the inning and a half she's been on the mound. This will be the final game for these two teams in this tournament. Everything has now reached that point where teams playing games, their weekend is in the books. Swinging a ground ball to short. Dominguez can't get it. 1 run scores as here comes Lozano in. Stopping at third is Morales. Another hit for Lujan, her second of the inning and the game. That makes it an 8-0 game. Oh, I feel like I was up in Corpus Christi announcing basketball late last night and then getting up early to head out here. Gutierrez waits. Check swing, foul ball, strike one. Will I rest tomorrow? Yes, indeed. Because Monday we're right back on the treadmill. Already we know we're heading to Kingsville to cover San Perlita boys basketball playoffs. Tuesday, most likely, we're in Alice as we'll cover Hidalgo girls, the last girls team standing in the basketball world for the RGV. There's a foul ball. Now also in the mix, we were asked last night by South San Antonio and the Laredo schools to cover their next round in girls basketball playoffs. And they may be playing those games at the Laredo Event Center, which means it's another road trip for yours truly. By Thursday and Friday, we'll have our sights on softball and on additional basketball coverage. By next Saturday, we've got full contact women's football on the air. Pitch outside, snap throw to third, got her in a rundown. Applying the tag is going to be done by Rachel Munoz, and the inning comes to an end. For the inning for PSJA North, 6 runs come across, and we head to the bottom of the second. They're up 8-0. .com.
Doing some gardening. doing some gardening or home improvements this weekend? Visit Habitat for Humanity Restore before you start. Check out habitatrgv.org for more info, or drop by our McAllen or Harlingen stores. Restore. Great stuff, great prices, great cause. Help us give back to the community. Volunteer your time or donate to Habitat for Humanity Restore. Check out habitatrgv.org for more info, or drop by our McAllen or Harlingen stores. Restore. Great stuff, great prices, great cause.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com. Thanks again for joining us. I want to continue on what my thought was as we were taking the break there on our travels coming up this week. We're also looking at our first track meet next Saturday that we'll be covering here on Rio Sports Live. I know there was a track meet down at Sam Stadium in Brownsville, and we looked pretty hard at that. But as I said last night, it's the toys I have. I have the equipment. I have the capabilities of doing more than one event. Personnel, well, they're available, but now comes the magic. That is the funding. As we continue to move forward with RioSportsLive.com, we have been active in discussing some different options. I know, without a doubt, I could put 50 people to work in a matter of a couple of weeks. And we've applied for some different options out there that just may do that in the very near future. Swinging a pop-up on the infield, that's trouble. In no man's land, and the throw to first is wide. And so Dominguez will reach, and that's an infield single straight up. Dominguez with the hit. Second inning in a row, the Raymondvilles put the leadoff hitter on. My wife's doing all kinds of work out there. I think she's taping up an umbrella. Did you find one? Next pitch coming. That's a little high for ball one. Kevin Narl taking pictures of somebody. It better not be me. I think it is. Vasquez at the plate for Raymondville. Check swing, takes the ball. Ball two. Now there's pictorial proof that I'm at these games, fans. Believe it or not, there's some broadcasters out there now on some platforms that are stationary in a building announcing games as it's filmed back to them. I don't subscribe to that. I like to be at the game. Selena Vasquez at the plate, first baseman today for Raymondville. Takes another one high. She's ahead in the count, 3-0. 3-1. Maddie Carranza on deck for Raymondville. Strike called on that one, a swinging strike. She's down on strikes. One out here in the bottom of the second. Raymondville at the plate, and Maddie Carranza steps in. Takes one high for a ball. Ball one. Carranza waits for the next one. I know what I could do. I could look around, find someone sitting in the sun. Here's a ground ball to second. Play at second, out there, back to first, safe. So Carranza will run the bases with 2 outs. Now they're going to check and see if that runner indeed was out at second base. So they'll talk that over. Here's what I'll do. I'll find someone sitting in the sun. I'll offer them a chance to sit under the shade in the canopy, and they can keep my little balls and strikes over here on my scoreboard. We could find somebody. We'll work on that, Mr. Scorekeeper. We'll see if we can find somebody. Nah, we'll find someone else. We'll find someone interested in this game. Discussion on the mound. Once my wife settles back down, we'll be okay. Dahlia's out trying to keep DeMarcus in the shade as our camera operator. At the plate, Alyssa Ramirez for Raymondville. And they do call the runner safe at second base. So now it's 2 on, 1 out for the Raymondville Lady Bearcats. This inning changes complexion a bit as Ramirez steps in. Swings through the first one for strike 1. If I just had the computer moved, I could reach this a lot easier. Ramirez, a left fielder today for Raymondville. Takes one up for a ball. 1-1. On deck, Erica Salinas. If these two can reach, the top of the order will come back up for Raymondville. They trail 8-0, but they can make some noise here in the second. Next pitch coming to Ramirez. Swing and a shot. That's a foul ball. Just off the line. And that was probably wind aided because there's nothing in the air that's not going to be affected by this wind that's coming dead over the right field fence across this field. Ramirez back up. Next pitch coming. That's a little high for a ball. Ramirez steps out, gets back in. On the mound, Heaven Lozano brings it home, swinging and a miss, struck her out. Second out of the inning. And it brings in Erica Salinas. Salinas, the right fielder today for Raymondville. Wanted to bunt, took a strike. Looking ahead to the third for PSJA North, they'll have the number 9 hitter due up. First pitch coming, and there's a bunt. That's a foul ball. 2 strikes now.
Well, it was a fair ball.
And they call it fair, and they call her out. That ends the inning. In the inning for Raymondville, they get a couple of base runners. They do so on a hit. Strand 2, and they've stranded 3 in the game. Through 2, PSJA North with the lead, 8-0. Back after this on RealSportsLive.com.
I opened Alex Restaurant with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex and Raw, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen It's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Back here, RealSportsLive.com in Mission on a Saturday afternoon. PSJA North back to the plate. Up steps Giselle Gutierrez, and we are starting things off here. And there's a ground ball back to the mound. One down. Good play at first base by Selena Vasquez. Now I think we're set on this internet thing on this second device as well. Successful restart. We may be good. I shut it off. At the plate steps Alexi Salinas. Takes one outside for a ball. 1-0. Kendra Garcia on deck. They're making a lot of noise over there on field one. There's a strike call to Alexi Salinas. I am really glad we're under cover now. Marcus must be miserable out there in the sun. Next pitch to Salinas, coming from Aaliyah Munoz. Outside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. Salinas reached on a fielder's choice and came around and scored a run in the second inning. That was her only at bat thus far. The 2-1 pitch, high for ball 3. Andrews out with the camera as well, getting nice and warm. Grabbing him some Gatorade. All these other media guys out here working hard. Salinas waits for the next one. Swing and a ground ball to first. Tough play. Flip over and safe at first base. Second baseman Maddie Carranza got over to first to cover the base. For the second time, Salinas will reach, and it brings in Kendra Garcia. And it took us an hour and a half, but we're kind of settled in to broadcast this game now. Garcia 1 for 2 on the day. Takes a strike, 0-1. Garcia popped out to shortstop. That was in the first inning. Hit a double in the second, and now timeout is called. PSJA North coach wanting to talk things over. Oh, this is number 19 hitting. That's why they did change things up. Sandoval's at the plate. Samantha Sandoval.
Oh, she told the coach, but not.
She's hitting in the third. Coach was aware of the change. Umpire was like me. He just saw a batter, said, hey, let's go. So Kendra Garcia ended up going 1 for 2 on the day. Sandoval bats for a first time here in the third inning for PSJA North, who leads 8-0. Runner at first base, 1 out. That's Salinas down on first. Pitch coming to Sandoval. Swing and a miss. Sandoval. Says my wife. Waits for the next one. Swing and a ground ball. That's a foul ball just down the third baseline. And Sandoval went down on the base paths. They'll attend to her. While they do that, we'll take a break. This is RioSportsLive.com.
Help us give back to the community. Volunteer your time or donate to Habitat for Humanity Restore. Check out habitatrgv.org for more info or drop by our McAllen or Harlingen stores. Restore, great stuff, great prices, great cause.
Possibilities are all around us. We see potential in unexpected places. And when we share our knowledge, vision, and connections, we turn great ideas into action in communities all around the world. Together, we can make real change happen. We're Rotary. We are people of action. Get involved at Rotary.org.
Sandoval back in. She's okay. Stands at the plate. The pitch coming. Outside for a ball. She was on the move down the first baseline. Turned after they called that ball foul and stepped awkwardly in the dirt. Turned an ankle to a bit. She's okay. I wouldn't be. I'd still be down. Sandoval ready to go. Takes it low for a ball. I didn't think the wind could pick up, but it is. Sandoval waits for the next one. Here she comes. Swing and a pop-up on the infield. That's playable. Out recorded. 4 unassisted on the pop fly. 2 down. In the PSJA North third. Time-wise, what are we looking at now, time-wise?
17 minutes.
17 minutes left here in this game. We're in the third. At the plate stands Angelica Flores. She takes one outside for ball 1. Flores is 1 for 2 in the day. Has a single back in the second inning. Flied out in the first. Bats here in the third. The big inning for PSJA North was their second. Here's the pitch. Strike called. Next pitch coming to Flores. Swing and a foul ball out of play. Munoz 1 strike away from getting out of this inning without any additional runs coming across. Looking ahead for Raymondville, it'll be 9-1-2 in the lineup in the bottom of this third inning. Flores trying to keep the inning alive. Hits it foul. Count remains 1-2. Umpire's been looking at his watch since about the middle of the first inning. It's not going to get there that soon, sir. Lozano stands on deck. Flores at the plate. Strike 3 called. Inning over for PSJA North. Best inning of the game for Aaliyah Munoz on the mound. No runs, 1 runner reaches. That was on a infield fielder's choice. 1 left. We played 2.5. PSJA North on top in this one. They lead 8-0. Back after this on RioSportsLive.com.
we opened Alex Restaurant with the intention to give people in Broadville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alexandria, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Back here at Mission, I'm Joe Boulding with you on RioSportsLive.com, and thanks again for joining us for our broadcast of this fast pitch tournament. This is PSJA North taking on Raymondville. Lady Raiders on top in this one, 8-0, as Raymondville will hit in the bottom of the third. PSJA North scored 2 runs in the first, 6 times in the second. And Heaven Lozano on the mound has shut things down from a Raymondville on their offense. Strike 1 to start the third. Erica Salinas at the plate for Raymondville. Hits for the first time, and after her, it's Aaliyah Munoz and Victoria Hernandez scheduled to bat. And there's a ball, 1-1. Salinas, the right fielder today for Raymondville. Next one coming. Low in the dirt, ball 2. Munoz on deck. Raymondville's had base runners. They've had the leadoff hitter on in each of the first 2 innings. Have not been able to push anything across the plate. Salinas takes a strike. No outs. 2-2 count on Salinas, leading things off. Next one coming outside for a ball. That's ball 4, says Mr. Official. She was as fooled as I was. Salinas thought that was ball 3. So did I. Nonetheless, that's a leadoff walk. That brings in Aaliyah Munoz. Munoz is 1 for 1 on the day. I know the rules say specifically it's 12 innings after 3.
Yeah.
There's a swing and a ground ball. That's going to be a hit through the hole in second base. Heading to third base. Play over there. Nothing doing. Safe at third, Salinas. Munoz with the hit. Her second hit of the ball game. First and third, nobody out for Raymondville. Also excited to tell you about the studio. We've got our studio set in place now. Successful meetings this week. Studio production will begin for Rio Sports Live as early as this week. Hernandez at the plate, pulls the bat back and takes ball one a little bit high. Down to second base goes the runner. That's Munoz. Hernandez popped out her only at bat. Andrea Salazar reeled in a little flare in the infield. That was back in the first inning. Hernandez bats in the third with 2 on, nobody out. Takes way high, ball 2. We started the inning with about 9 minutes. Now we're down to 4 minutes. That would get us to 65 minutes. Raymondville, nobody out, so I would guess this will be the final inning of this game. Swing and a miss. 3-1 the count. Our next game, again, is Corpus Christi King and McCallum Memorial. 2 teams we saw on Thursday on our broadcast. And then we'll have a good one, Edinburgh North and San Benito. There's a bunt, a good bunt. Play it first is out there. Run comes home to score. Hernandez gets the job done. Salinas comes in to score the run. And it brings in Victoria Guerrero. There's a foul ball. We're going to move that camera around, gang. Just hang in there with us on that. Trying to get DeMarcus under cover in the shade. There's a lot of sunshine beating down out there if you're just out there on a platform, which is what we've got him on. Next one coming. Guerrero takes it. 1-1 the count. Unless Guerrero hits into a line drive double play, this will be the end of this ball game. There's a pop-up out behind short. Caught there. 2 outs. And it brings in Rachel Munoz. Now what's our time? 1 minute. If her at bat takes Rachel Munoz. At the plate, first pitch. Swing and a foul ball back to the screen is strike 1. Munoz 0 for 1 on the day. I think we'll hit the 65-minute mark. Munoz waits for the next one. A little high for a ball. I think that did it. Next pitch to Rachel Munoz. Swing and a foul ball out of play. 2 strikes.
65 minutes, Blue. Blue. 65. This is it.
Munoz at the plate. Raymondville has scored a run here in the third. Runner down at second base. 2 outs. Foul ball back to the screen. That's the first one I've jumped at.
Did you flinch?
Finally flinched.
I've been here for 15 games. Don't bother me anymore.
Dominique Dominguez on deck for Raymondville. Munoz trying to keep this game going. PSJA North with the comfortable lead. Next pitch coming to Munoz. That's up high and away for a ball. Aaliyah Munoz stays put at third. Rachel Munoz trying to get on base. Has now worked the count full. Next pitch coming. Swing and a shot into center field. Straight away and playable. Reeled in by Sandoval, and that will end the ball game. PSJA North scores 2 runs in the first, 6 times in the second inning. Big hitter of the day, Heaven Lozano, ended up going 2 for 2 on the day with 4 RBIs and a run scored. That ends this one. PSJA North wins it by the score of 8-1. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Reminding you the archives are available with this game and any game we broadcast on RioSportsLive.com. Thanks for putting up with us during our technical issues as we are getting things set. That game streamed pretty clean. Till next game, I'm Joe Bowling. So long for a while.